again, everybody. I'm Chris Mooneyham, and welcome to this week's version of the Positive Athlete Georgia Spotlight of the Week. For those of you out there unfamiliar with Positive Athlete Georgia, it's a movement to promote positive service and positive behavior by student athletes and coaches across the state of Georgia at the high school athletic level. These athletes and coaches, not always all-state players or championship coaches, or even starters for their respective teams, but what they are, leaders inside of their communities. Current and former professional athletes are members of the Positive Athlete organization, and high school athletes and coaches will be invited to join based on being nominated by a coach, a player, a school administrator, a parent, or even a fan. Someone in the community nominates these athletes and coaches for our annual award show, the Georgia Positive High School Athlete Awards Show, which last year was held in downtown Atlanta at the College Football Hall of Fame. Nominations for the 2015-16 Positive Athlete Awards opened just last week, and already we've had as many nominations in 1 week as we had in the entire first month of 2014-15. Absolutely astounding. And so thank you to all of you out there who have participated so wildly over this first week of nominations. Speaking of last year, Positive Athlete had nominations from over 150 high schools in 14-15 who provided us with over 2,000 nominations. 150 student athletes were awarded Most Positive inside of their respective regions, and over 10,000 in scholarship dollars were awarded. Positive Athlete Georgia plans on increasing our number of regions in 2015-16 to create more award recipients and scholarships throughout the state of Georgia. Remember, go to georgia.positiveathlete.org for further details. That's georgia.positiveathlete.org for further details, as voting for 2015-16 has now started. So I mentioned last year a couple of times, as we are now just starting to nominate, and I guess we'll have our first awards go out here pretty soon. We're spending the ramp-up portion, if you will, to 2015-16 in recapping some of our great stories from 2014-15, like, say, that of Elizabeth Lazarus, a senior at Dutchtown High School in Henry County. She was a strong player last year, but an even stronger teammate. Her coach, Vicki Watford, says Elizabeth encourages the teammates with positive motivation and even constructive criticism. Coach Watford said, and I quote now, "They respect Elizabeth enough to heed her suggestions, and her positive attitude rubs off on her other teammates and friends." End quote. But it's off the court where Elizabeth really shines, and that's really what Positive Athlete is all about, or many times is all about. Not only is she at the top of her class with a 4.0 GPA, but she's also the president of Sisters of Virtue, which is a community service and mentoring club. She's also a member of HOSA, which is Health Occupation Students of America. Sisters of Virtue is a mentoring and community service group at my school, says Elizabeth. We provide mentorship to freshman girls and go out into the community to serve others. She continues on by saying, "We also have an ongoing project that provides women in shelters around Atlanta with sanitary items they wouldn't normally have." End quote. What has really impressed Positive Athlete Georgia is something she actually founded on her own. Elizabeth started Chica Dresses for Nicaragua. Chica Dresses for Nicaragua. They make dresses themselves. These handmade dresses are sent to children in Nicaragua, and to date, 30 dresses have been sent through their efforts. And for all of this and all of her other community service projects, Elizabeth Lazarus was named our 2014-15 Most Positive Girls Tennis Player in the state of Georgia, and of course, just a great young lady, just typifying some of the great young athletes and coaches that were honored, again, at our year-end banquet at the College Football Hall of Fame down in Atlanta. Again, nominations have started, and it's all based on you, the fan, the family member, the parent. I know I said family member, but you can be an aunt or an uncle or a cousin, a grandparent, and of course you can be a parent as well, a teammate. You can be you can just be a student in the school who barely even knows whom you're nominating, but you can be a coach, you can be a school administrator or a teacher. It does not matter. You, the fan out there, will decide who is nominated for the bevy of awards we will give out in 2015-16 across the state of Georgia. Again, for more details, visit georgia.positiveathlete.org. That's georgia.positiveathlete.org. Until next week, I'm Chris Mooneyham for the Positive Athlete Georgia Spotlight of the Week.